Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Saturday. We are in the month of June. Part of me wants to say, where's the time going? And another part of me wants to say, I need these next few months to hurry up. So my videos right now are going to be far and few between because I'm working 2 jobs at the moment. Temporarily, I've got some goals that I need to accomplish, and so you kind of do what you got to do. With that being said, that means my sewing time, which was already very limited, is cut drastically even the more. And I said today is Saturday. It's not. It's Sunday. I don't even know what day it is. Anywho, so I only really get to do sewing on Sunday. Actually, last week, that's not true. Last week, I had things prepped so that when I got home from work 2 days last week, and didn't have to work the second job, I was able to come in here and do something. I think one day I did some sewing, and then the next time I was in here, I did pressing. Yes, that's exactly what I did. Anywho, I'm gonna show you what I'm working on right now, and then we'll get into the good stuff. Not that this isn't good stuff, but you know what I mean. So right now, I finished all of the projects that I was aiming to finish in time to go to Texas for my nephew's high school graduation. I was able to do that. I gifted him his quilt. I still need to send the label, which I'm just gonna do one that can be ironed on because my sister's sewing skills, even though she says I can sew on a button, that's questionable. So, and that's our little joke. So I'm gonna send one on that she can iron on and have her take pictures of the quilt. And then I worked on 2 baby quilts. Those were done and gifted. Let's see, was there anything? Oh, and I finished my chandelier quilt, and I did take photos of that. You saw that. And it's not on my bed yet, but it will be. So I'm thinking I might put it on there today. Sorry. So yeah, I think I might put it on my bed today. In fact, I'm pretty certain I will. Anywho, so now I'm working on the potato chip quilt, and I have 3 blocks complete. There's 1, 2, and 3. And so now I'm working on the next 22. And this is the stage I have them in. So this is where I'm at now. And I've gotten all 22. I'm right now squaring these up so I can go on to, I think it's the last round. Yeah, so I have one more round to do on these, and right now I've got this stack that I need to square up, so I'll just sit those right here. Some that I've already squared up, and they are ready for round 3. So that's what I'm going to be working on today while I wait for, oh, it's 11 o'clock. Thank you, Jesus. It feels later than what it really is. I'll work on these while I wait for Dana from Essence of Me to go live later on. And then next weekend, if the Lord says the same, I will start working on what's inside of here. So here's the deal. I said I would not sign up for any more block of the months. And then I saw one that had my favorite flower, one of my favorite flowers. And so I went back on what I said about not signing up for any more Block of the Months. Pretty glad I did. So this one is a Shabby Fabrics Block of the Month, and it is, oh, then I drop it. It is called Bouquet of Hydrangeas. Look at that. Look at that. Hello. Look at that gorgeousness. Honey, the hydrangeas popping off. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, I gotta have that one. And this one is all mine. I don't even know that it's gonna go on the bed. This one is mine, period. So it's a seven month Block of the Month. Again, like I said, it's from Shabby Fabrics. It's gonna finish at 58.5 by 73.5. So it's a pretty good size. The colors are absolutely phenomenal. The hydrangeas in the fabric are breathtaking. And of course, I can't share the pattern with you, but I think this is absolutely amazing. Now, there are a couple of more things I want to get, and that is, do I have one? I do. I don't need to get it. It's not my favorite ruler, because I would really prefer the Creative Grids ruler, which I will eventually get anyway because I like that. But I already have a Flying Geese ruler. But I will be getting the Creative Grids Ultimate Flying Geese ruler for sure. I love Creative Grids rulers. For me, hands down, they are the absolute best. There's another ruler I heard someone speak of, and I'm hoping maybe I'll run across it when I go to Quilt Festival and be able to kind of test that one out. I don't want to spend money on it and then be like, I don't like it. And Creative Grids is tried and true for me. So I've been a fan of that brand for many years now. So that's what I'll be working on. Let's take a look at some of the fabrics. Now this is for this month's block. I'll be making 2 blocks. But check that out. So pretty. This one. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Oh, and this green, stunning. And then this one is just like the purple, but it's white. And then got that. And then that. So pretty. So that's for this month's block. But with that, I also went ahead and purchased the backing fabric. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, gosh. Look. This is going to be absolutely amazing. And then I purchased the Oops kit of extra fabrics, just in case I made a mistake, because you just never know. I'll show you some of the yumminess here. You saw that purple already. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? I think these are just absolutely beautiful. And that's it. That's the Oops kit. So I'm really hoping that I won't make a mistake, so that I can use these fabrics for something else. I'm thinking, ooh. I'm thinking maybe my cathedral quilt. I might have to get another Oops kit just to have the fabrics and use it for that. So that's what I will be working on soon. The potato chip block is what I'm currently working on now. And then, as if I don't have enough projects, I went to Michael's and I purchased, I think this is 3 yards of muslin fabric. And this is going to be my foundation fabric for my Crazy Quilt. And I'm so ready to start, but I'm trying to be patient. Now I know I probably won't really start it until, there's no probably. I wanna get the potato chip quilt done before I start on the Crazy Quilt. And let's talk about that one for a minute, okay? I have waffled back and forth as to what I want to do and how I want to do it and all the things. And then it's like, girl, as many scraps as you have, and if you wanted more scraps, you can get it. You can make multiple Crazy Quilts. And so that's what I'm going to do. And then I can do all of the ways that I'm thinking about doing it and find out which one I like the best. So if I choose to make more in the future, I'll have one that's my favorite. So with this, I'm going to cut these into 13 by 13 blocks, because I want my finished block to be 12 and a half, my unfinished block to be 12 and a half by 12 and a half. So I figure if I do 13-inch blocks, then I can trim them down after I've done the hand stitching on them, you know, in case they kind of shrink up a little bit or what have you. But I'm going to use this as my foundation, and then each block I'm going to go on and do my hand stitching, then join them together, and then from there I'll figure out what I want to do. Then another way that I plan to do a Crazy Quilt is no foundation and just piece the fabrics together just as you would, you know, because to me it's gonna go together like this randomly kind of thing anyway. And then when I finish those blocks, then I can do the hand stitching on those blocks, then piece them together and do it just as you would a regular traditional quilt. Put it on the long arm and do a simple meandering stitch or loop stitch or whatever, just to make sure that it is, you know, quilted together properly and the batting won't shift, which would mean that I would run over some of my hand stitching, and I'm okay with that. It's gonna be my quilt. I can do what I want. And then the third way that I am anticipating doing another Crazy Quilt is, again, same concept as the second one, except when I put the batting and backing together with it, then I will tie that quilt, and then I'll kind of see which way do I like the best. Now the one that I tie, that's the one I'm gonna let the grandkids, you know, use when we're having movie night or whatever, we're all cuddling up on the couch and have our own quilts, they can utilize that one. But I'll have 3 different ways that I will do and finish the quilts, and then be able to decide which is my favorite. So there's that. Let's see, is there anything else that I'm working on? That's my whole bin of my scrap fabrics for the Crazy Quilt. I am gonna put that baby, my first quilt, on the frame. No, I'm not yet. Not yet. There's another one. It's a Friendship Quilt top that I have that needs to be quilted. I'm gonna put that one on the frame next, and I'm going to use that one to practice my flower stitch hibiscus. Yeah, I'm gonna use that one to practice that all over design, and then I will put my first ever quilt on the frame. I just don't want to mess it up. So I feel like if I put the Friendship one on there, it was a swap block kind of thing that I participated in a few years ago, several years ago, man. Then I can practice on that one. I won't be upset if, you know, I fudge a little bit here or there. I won't. But I would be upset if I fudge on my first ever quilt. So that's what I'm going to do next. Right now, my frame is completely empty. There's nothing on it. And yeah, that looks a little awkward. It's just sitting here, bare naked, you know, frame. But I think I'm going to put the Friendship one on there. I think. I'm gonna get some gray fabric. I think I'll go to Michael's. I'll wait till next weekend. I'll go to Michael's and get some gray fabric. I'll get 108 inch backing fabric and use that. Let me show you if I can. So that'll be, this is my first ever quilt. And then this is the one I'm referring to that I will put on the frame next. This one. And it was, like I said, a block swap. We called it the Friendship Block Swap. And oh gosh, what was her name that organized that block swap? Margaret Lewin? I don't even know. Like, she never posts anything on her channel anymore that I'm aware of. I don't get any updates, but you know. She lives in New York or New Jersey or somewhere up that way. And I was following her for a long time, and then she started this block swap, and it was the last one she did, and then I don't know, child, I don't know, but that'll be the next one. So let's just put that over there. That'll be the next one on the frame. I just have to get the backing, and I still have plenty of batting. Listen, I purchased this batting by the roll from batting, is it called the batting store? Batting supply store? I don't even remember. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna go through that batting so quick. I still have a lot of, I think I did 25 yards. I think I got the 25 yard roll. And I mean, it's gotten smaller, true, but I think I'm gonna purchase another one, because just being able to pull that batting off of that roll, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's one less thing I have to worry about going to buy. It's here. It's on a roll. And it's on the bar on my long arm. So that's what's coming up next. I have not been in the garden. Oh, I went in there this morning. My little garden looks so pitiful. So pitiful. But let me tell you the good things. I have 2 pomegranates on a tree that I've had for 3 years. And this is the first time that it has ever put on fruit. And I actually had one like 2 weeks ago and the squirrels got to it. I won't say on here what I want to do to the squirrels because I don't want to get in trouble. But me and the squirrels are not friends. I have let the dogs chase the squirrels. I have. And I have not felt a lick of remorse. And I still don't, and I won't. Okay. So, they got to that one, and I cried. Like, I literally cried. They took my first pomegranate. My feelings were hurt. Well, 2 weeks later, here we are. I went to look at it again, and it has 2 pomegranates growing on it now. So I'm going to go to Michael's and get some tulle to put around the fruit so that the squirrels cannot get to it. I have another pomegranate tree. It's not putting on any fruit at all. And that one is 2 years old. Now, the guy I got him from, he was able to put his in pots, but they were in a very sunny space, and his fruited the first year. So I knew mine would not, because when I first got mine, we lived where our balcony got maybe 3 hours of sun, and I knew that was not enough sun to get the pomegranate trees to fruit. It was enough sun to keep them alive, and keep them alive is what I aimed to do, and I did. And now here we get a good 6 to 9 hours. Yeah, about 9 hours of sun. And so they are really thriving. I'm not going to put them in bigger pots right now. So they're really thriving as long as we can keep the squirrels away from them. Squirrels are digging in my pots, digging up my seedlings. But get this, with all of that, I got strawberries. They haven't touched not one strawberry. Not one. Haven't plucked a flower, haven't pulled a berry, haven't eaten a berry. Like, I am being able to get all of my berries. But they have dug up my blueberries. They have dug up my figs, my raspberries, my blackberries, my elderberries, my tomatoes, my peppers, my marigolds, my zinnias. Just digging up everything. So, yeah. I've got to go to the big box store and purchase some chicken wire to put over the soil portion, at least, of my pots, to keep the squirrels from getting to it. And then for my green stalks, I have that construction plastic mesh that they put across, you know, they don't want you to cross stuff and they're doing construction. I have some of that. Don't know where I got it. Somebody was throwing it away and I got it. That's what it was. I have some of that in my garage, so I'm going to get that later today, and I'm going to put that around my green stalks to keep the squirrels from getting into my green stalks, because we won't speak of things I might do to the squirrels if I come home again and find dirt, nice, rich, black, dark soil on the ground, because they've been, yeah. What else is going on? That's about it. That's about it going on in my life. It's watermelon season. Baby, I'm eating all the watermelon I can find. This is my time. This is my time. I don't like to share my watermelon, so I buy 2 or 3. And one is for everybody else, and the other 1 or 2 are for me. And I eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snack in between. Don't judge. Don't judge. It's my favorite. I wait all fall, all winter, and all spring for this. So I eat all the watermelon I can in this season. So we are thoroughly enjoying it. My grandsons are loving watermelon just as much as I am. That's why they get a watermelon to share, because you know they're little. They can share a whole watermelon. Then that other watermelon, I'm not in a sharing mood. Sorry. Yeah. It is what it is. What's your favorite fruit or food? What do you not like to share? Let me know. And let me know also what you're working on. What are your plans for the summer? Will you get to do more sewing? Vacationing? Are you gardening? Do you garden? Do you want to know how to garden? Yeah. All right, guys. That's enough rambling on for me. I want to get to some sewing because, like I said, I don't get to do much of it as it is right now. So I am going to get going, get these trimmed up, do the third round on them, and I will have 25 blocks ready to join together and finish a quilt top. All right. Take care, guys. I will see you sooner rather than later in the next video. Bye.